In my last videos, I showed you either how to figure out how far away an object was by doing some measurements, pointing devices at an object and using triangulation that way, or to figure out how tall something was by angling a pointing device up, measuring how far away it was, and measuring the angle and using some right triangle trigonometry. In this video, I want to show you what measurements you need to do to find both. You're going to find out how far away the tree is and how tall it is, or how far away some object is and how tall it is. Okay, so let me show you. What I've done is I've set up the distance recording measurement process, which is to take two pointing devices and to point them at my object, in this case one of those trees over there, point them back at the same object, drag a tape measure across. Now, one thing I should mention I didn't mention in the last video, that if I wanted to find the distance from right here at the end of the stick to that tree, and I just drag my tape measure anywhere, that's fine, but I should actually mark wherever that is on the tape measure, because what I'm calculating is the distance from the corner of the tape measure. And then if I want to find that extra little bit here, I can measure it just with the tape measure and add it to my answer that I calculate. So yeah, so if you're just dragging the tape measure over any which way, the distance you're really finding is from the corner here to that tree. All right, now I've got that set up. I do those measurements, and then all I need to do, I have those measurements. The only additional measurement I need to do to figure out how tall the tree I'm pointing at is, there's just one measurement, and I'll show you that now. So all you need to do to figure out how tall that tree is, once you've done your distance measurements, you can now calculate how far away it is. And if you remember, the one thing that we needed to do when finding height was to measure a distance and then an angle. Well, since you've done the work to figure out how far away it is, now all you need is an angle. And so now all you need to do is angle your device to point to the top of that tree and to measure either the angle it makes with the ground or the angle it makes with the string pulling down from a weighted string. Either way, that's enough information not only to find out how far away the object like this tree is, but also how tall it is. So there's only one additional measurement you need, and that's the angle when you point at the height from where you were measuring distance. And the key is to not move this. Wherever you're set up to measure distance, that's the point at which you measure your angle as well.